Welcome to the Fab 50 for 2026.
A house on the beach in Donegal.
A cabin under the hills in Waterford.
An off-grid cabin in Westmeath.
A former cow barn and recording studio in County Wicklow.
This cabin on the Causeway Coast.
A grand dam in Malahide.
This incredible house in Monaghan.
Fab 50 takes us pretty much to every corner of the island.
So what is the Fab 50? This is not your usual list.
There's a combination of brand new properties. So Guildford Castle is one of those. It's an incredible period house. They got the keys in 2019 and they've just opened the doors. But the level of restoration is unreal. Like they've replaced 24 karat gold cornicing in the ceiling. I think they removed every pane of glass to restore it and put it back. And just every element of it is unbelievably luxurious, but also homely as well, you know?
It's important to say, I suppose, that it's at every end of the spectrum. There's this other property called the Cabin Under the Hills in County Waterford on Cappoquin Estate, and it's like getting totally off-grid. You're literally walking up a gravel trail towards it. It's looking down over the landscape, and it's just you on your own in the wilderness,
Wow.
which is it's a gorgeous concept and idea. But we're also, I suppose, looking for stays that are not just fresh openings, but they reimagine themselves, or they're taking major leap forwards. Like I met two sisters, Ashlyn and Nicole O'Shea, down in West Cork, and they had come across this 1960s motel, which was on a hill overlooking Onahincha, and it had been boarded up actually for 40 years.
Wow.
But they have done this job on it and brought it back to life as kind of an almost a piece of coastal cool with like little notes of Palm Springs in it. It's really cool.
And you just don't see stuff like that. So when you see something that's got a completely new vision, that's amazing to have.
So new openings in Ireland this year, there's a lot of the luxury end. There's the Grace in Westport, Bedford in Belfast, and then other properties like Mount Juliet has thrown €8 million at a refurb of its manor house. It's really amazing. It's stepping it up significantly. But it's not just about the big hits and the multi-million euro properties, also the tiny little details that can really win your heart.
That was Samsu where I stayed, this tiny little off-grid cabin. And there were so many little touches the owner Rosanna has thought through. But what I loved, they have a really old sort of 90s tape player, and her dad's made loads of mixtapes and like handwritten the songs on the back, which he used to do for her every sort of birthday and big occasion. And that was so nice, just to sort of press play on a tape player and hear that sound. And she's created this sort of hammock reading nook. She said to me she wants the place to feel like a hug. And it's a great concept, but all those tiny little things are thought through. She has a cookbook as well that has a recipe for each of the seasons where you can go and forage and then cook out over the fire, which is incredible.
I love that. Actually, stays that connect you to the locality or to the community are also really big for us.
When I came into Yarn in Ballycastle, there was a little basket with 2 cinnamon rolls from Ursa Minor, that's the bakery across the road, which is an amazing touch. The school for that bakery is right downstairs as well, so you can learn how to make the pastries and the sourdough, or just buy them, which is easier and nicer.
And where was it that you had the guy come in with the oysters and he literally was shucking them on the counter?
That was Ballyerston House in Donegal. So there's a tiny little bay. And the only person who has access to that bar, the people who live there, is the oyster farmer. So there was just a tap on the door and they just got some oysters. So it was 2 minutes from shore to the kitchen table where we learned how to shuck them and then just ate them all in one go.
Scoffed.
Amazing.
The other thing that's important about the Fab 50 is that it's not a list that's gathered from Google. We get out and spend days on thousands of kilometres travelling all over the island. I've literally been walking through showers of rain in a West Cork rainforest and unseasonal sunshine in Connemara.
And I've been traipsing back and forth and up and down every train, bus, because so much is accessible via public transport as well, which is incredible, especially now when people want to keep an eye on their petrol prices, you know?
So what other kind of trends did you see while you were travelling around?
This brings joy to me, but loads of outdoor baths, especially instead of hot tubs. I'm seeing good views. Some of them are wood-fired, so you sort of run it and heat it up yourself. Others just have a hot tap. But I think it's just heaven to be outside watching the stars or the rain in a bath. It's incredible.
Funnily enough, a lot of the hotels are actually taking baths
which I hate.
Out?
I hate
No,
the
I'm-
bath.
look-
I love a bath so much.
Well, what about if it's one of those baths that you have to literally sort of climb
Then
over
you're
to get
fine.
into?
You can climb into a bath. But
Okay.
there are like, what about ones like in Haddington House where they've got the roll
Yeah.
top bath and you can look out over the sea in Dunleary.
Yeah.
They even have little like branded rubber ducks, bath salts that you can pop in. Those statement baths are
Yeah.
incredible.
I think keep the statement baths, but get the other ones out and make a big, brilliant shower.
Take out all the showers, put baths back in.
That reminds me actually of something else in Clifton, in Sunnybank House, and the new lodge they've opened alongside it. The couple that run it use the term investment stay. I really like that sense of it because since the pandemic especially, there's lots of multi-generational groups, people getting friends together for big birthdays,
Yeah.
and they want the property to be right. And they're happy to spend as long as they know when they get there, they'll all have their own space. They'll all feel comfy.
And it feels like a sort of destination in itself. Like
Yeah.
Thrift Farmhouse is a great example of that. A stunning property. Like it's been in the family for, I think, 160 years. But the finishes on everything are just incredible. And I have a few friends having sort of big birthdays this year. And immediately I was like, okay, we've got to come back here for that. And the guy said that he designed it so even if the weather's terrible, you've something incredible to do in every
Yeah.
space. There's like a little pool, there's a sauna, there's a yoga studio. It's amazing.
Yeah, that's fun. There was a pool in Drift Farmhouse, and there's also a pool in Sunnybank, actually.
Ah.
Anyway, you can read lots more about imaginative and exciting places to stay in Ireland in the Irish Independent Fab 50.